Yes. People, what's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We're back again with another video. I got a wonderful panel today for you guys. I'm going to be bringing on, of course, Kaz. I'm going to be bringing on Ches. I'm going to be bringing on a bunch of people. We got to talk about the Arsenal game. We got to talk about the Chelsea game. We got to talk about the Liverpool-Chelsea game, of course. The Arsenal game where we lost to Bournemouth, and everyone's going to be on my case today. And, of course, nothing more than we have to speak about that Man City robbery away at Wolves today. That was an absolute robbery. The Premier League referees have a lot to answer for this week, and we're going to talk about all that plus more. I'm going to bring everybody on right now. It's going to be a wonderful panel. Big up to everyone joining us right now from Never a Foul. Please do hit the like on the video. Of course, that helps the channel out massively. Let's try to get this video past at least 150 plus likes. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to add Ches in the building. Ches, what you saying? Long time, bro. You doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. But
all right, let's get it.
Disappointing not to get a win, but make sure you like in the video, subscribe to everybody's gonna pop up. Let's have a good show.
There you go. We got Musa in the house, Liverpool. Bro, I still don't fully believe in Liverpool yet. We'll see what happens next week.
Listen, we'll see with no Saliba next week. It will be fun to watch, honestly. It will be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, we will see. We will see. Actually, somebody just messaged me 2 minutes ago and said they wanted to join. So I also got CB in the building. Big up CB. What are you saying?
Yes.
You're on mute, bro. You're on mute.
So what's happening, bro? Love for having me on. Big up the panel as well. How you guys doing, man?
No worries. And then, of course, we got Kaz also joining us, but Kaz is just away from the camera right now. Vader is going to be joining us. And, of course, Jay is going to also be joining us. We will save the Arsenal section for later. You guys can talk about that as much as you want afterwards. Let's start with the game that just took place today. We have the Chelsea and Liverpool boys here. And before I go any further, I'm just going to put the Chelsea guys down here and just have, I'm going to hear from Musa first, but I just want to say my opening monologue about the Chelsea game would just be Chelsea have improved. It's just Liverpool are still better than you. The game itself overall was close and in small margins, so you guys should be happy in the sense that it shows the gap is not that wide that everyone's saying it is. Small margins in the game overall, but so many things could have gone your way. So many things went Liverpool's way with the refereeing decisions, and overall, this is the Premier League, man. Sometimes you get calls go your way, sometimes you don't. And you know what? You guys could have had a man down also. You could have been down to 10 men. And in that sense, you're kind of happy that you didn't go down to 10 men. But hey, overall, I take that Liverpool's just a slightly better team. And Mo Salah, man, this guy is just, he's somehow always involved in all these goals, penalties. The guy's unbelievable with his goal record. I got to give him credit. And yeah, I'll throw it over to Musa. I'm still not convinced by your team though, Musa, because you guys still have to come.
I understand. I understand why you guys are not convinced. Honestly, today probably showed you why you're 100% not convinced. We didn't have the best of performances. Honestly, even if you look at the first 20 minutes of the game, Chelsea were dominating us. I'm being dead serious. Chelsea were dominating us 100%. We actually need to be better on the ball. That's the thing that I'm worried about in certain moments. But honestly, we did grow into the game. You can tell that with the way the manager changed up, switched some tactics a bit, and so you can tell that honestly this was Slot's game. This was the man all in the manager today. Honestly, even Curtis Jones as well. Curtis Jones performing as well. He actually had something to prove today. 100% performed very, very well. I need to give him his plaudits before I say.
Why are you talking about
any other player? Because honestly, Curtis Jones is probably
this guy talking fast.
Oh, sorry.
You're on 1.5 speed.
Man's got a lot to go off his chest.
Am I speaking fast?
Nah, you are speaking fast. You're on 1.5 speed. Slow down.
Musa, you won the game, man. Slow down.
Okay, lads. Okay. I was talking about Curtis Jones, bro. I said Curtis Jones. I just said Curtis Jones' performance was very good. He had. I'm gonna speak about him because he was the most hated player, honestly, for Liverpool in a while. Honestly, the guy wasn't performing. I agree, but he had enough to warrant being a squad player, and today he proved it. Honestly, he's gonna warrant places, and he's gonna probably get like 30 games a season, whether it's off the bench or whether it's starting. It does. He'll get his minutes. So players like, even honestly, where we won the game was through our defense today. I think that's why we won the game. Clearly, like you can see where Van Dijk and Konate and even Trent Alexander-Arnold, whether it was Neto, whether it's Sancho, Trent Alexander-Arnold was there. Honestly, Trent Alexander-Arnold, whether it's Gravenberch helping out as well, Salah helping out, Trent Alexander-Arnold was very, very good today. So even defensively, I'm gonna give it one-on-one. Those one-on-ones, he was there 99% of the time. You could see it. Even I was looking at you guys. We nullified Cole Palmer as well. That's what we needed to do. We done our job. We nullified your best players, nullified your threats, and you guys also didn't really, honestly, were not. I mean, you guys weren't amazing scoring. Like, you couldn't finish pretty much. That's the whole point as well. Jackson had a very good run. That's the only thing I think you guys honestly had on us, that Jackson very timed his run to perfection pretty much. That's honestly, you guys weren't too great, but honestly we weren't great either. But you guys honestly were better than us at some moments, and we just got the job done. And that's how it happens in these kind of games. Yeah, honestly, just get the job done, and that's what I'm at.
Let me just throw it over to CB quick, because I can see that he's itching to say something. What are you saying, bro?
I'm just like, honestly, just to recap the result, the performance, I feel like a lot of things are they're really forcing the whole. We was dominant, we dominated them, we deserved to win, etc. I feel like we should have got a point out of the game. Definitely, I don't think they were much better than us. I look at the goals we conceded, which was what I predicted early in the week. Is that with our defense, I knew that it would be us conceding our own goals, if that makes sense. We gave away the penalty. It looked a bit shaky with that tossing chance. I think he should have got sent off if we're going to be consistent from yesterday, but it is what it is. But when the moment I saw him give that yellow card away, I already knew what the game plan was. And then, the penalty, even before the penalty, like not even 90 seconds before that, it was a penalty incident on their end and even on our end. I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I ain't going to be here crying about refs. I'll take it on the chin. We gave away a penalty. And then the second goal, I think Gusto playing at left back really cost us. I would have preferred Vega. Even when Vega came on, he was more impressive in the way he was inverting as well. He was plugged into our system, gave us a lot of height, and I think it would have made more sense if he played. But Gusto playing at the left back, he got found out in that incident there. Sanchez could have came and swept up the ball. He didn't, and it's one of those ones. In terms of going forward, I think we was toothless. Sancho got absolutely pocketed. Credit to Trent, because a lot of people were saying that battle was going to be a good one. And Trent actually handled it very well. There is actually a narrative about him defensively, which I think needs to end. I think he ended it really today, in my opinion, amongst the masses, because now a lot of this season, everyone's saying, you know what, fair enough, Sancho's been this is his worst game in the Chelsea shirt. Speaking of worst games in the Chelsea shirt, Palmer didn't have a good game too. And now there's this narrative, though, that Palmer don't show up in big games. He's a bomb, all of this. We scored in the Euros final, innit? Let's not take the piss here. He scored against every Big Six team, barring Liverpool, last season. So it is what it is, man. I'm more upset with the manager because I don't feel like I didn't really understand Gusto playing left back. In terms of changes, I think he should have hooked Palmer and put Nkunku in the 10. I didn't like the idea of Nkunku hugging touchline. I didn't like Noni coming off.
Maybe he don't rate your left backs now that Cucurella wasn't available, right?
Yeah, but Vega, it would have been we all knew this would have been the biggest test of Vega's career. Facing Salah at Anfield, he's come from Basel. It's not what we'd expect to put him in for, but I think he would have made more sense than Gusto, who hasn't actually been informed out of position. Colwell as well. I wasn't a fan of Colwell last season. Everyone told me it was Poch, left back, etc. I've seen him next to Fofana. I think against Man City he wasn't that great, but next to Fofana the last couple of weeks he's been solid. So I was interested to see how he would do without.
Next to Tosin didn't help though.
And Tosin should have been sent off.
No,
it didn't help.
It didn't help at all. You know what? We'll save that. We'll save that.
Tosin didn't help.
Me, honestly, I'd put the result on the manager, and it's not even really because I like this. Barring that, I like the fact that he had the balls to drop Enzo. Everyone was calling out for it. I didn't think he had the cojones to do it, and he done it, and he paid off for me. Lavia done well. Caicedo played well. Together, that pivot, if that's what we're moving.
I could be a dangerous pivot.
Are you part of your team today?
I don't like it. One of them is injury, bro.
You know when that second penalty got given, and then it got disallowed. In those type of instances, I've seen us fold a lot of times. Heads go down, and we just capitulate. Even last time we was at Anfield, I think it was 1-0 at halftime or 2-0 at halftime, if I'm not mistaken.
Information.
And it went left. Like we felt like we were still trying to go for the game. We were still going for the game. We didn't lose our shape. I could see the improvements there, and that's why I feel like we deserved the point at least. And I'm gonna be honest, but it was an eye opener because we're looking at Liverpool. For me, I think they're the title favourites, and you're just seeing the finished article right in front of your eyes. You know, defensively, how
neither of you looked super convincing today.
Yeah,
let Chez say his bit before we go.
Sorry.
Yeah, literally. What I was going to say in the game was that prior to the game, for context, a lot of Liverpool fans were basically claiming that Chelsea fans are overrating their squad. We haven't been playing that well. We're not really as good as what we think we are, even though we were top 4 in the league, scored the second amount of goals in the league. And so this game was an opportunity to show everybody where we were kind of at, facing a team that was literally, like CB said, players in their prime, managers got experience, team that's together for how many years? 5, 6 years. Not much change has happened other than the manager. They're not in no process. They're looking to win the league. They should be. So for my team, for the youngest team in the league to go there and compete to the final whistle and almost get a result is also very disappointing. I was very upset after the game. I wanted to get a draw. I feel like a draw was probably deserved. I feel like Liverpool fans deflecting, saying we gave you guys the ball. That's why you had so much possession. I did a video on the stats earlier, right? I read you guys the stats because the eye test matched up.
I don't think it was good enough. It wasn't good enough at all. Yeah.
So let me know. I didn't interrupt you.
It wasn't good enough.
Yeah. I didn't interrupt you once, innit?
Yeah, sorry.
Man said the winner gets interrupted.
Yeah, I literally said, whoa.
Let me just say some stats.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, I'm just saying some stats. 43% possession to Liverpool, obviously 10% Chelsea. Shots we had more by what's it? 4
on target as well.
Shots on target. They had a bit more than us, so they're a bit more efficient with their shots. Passes we had more than them by like 120, and touches in the opposition box we had 26 to 18. So my point is this: I'm quite disappointed we didn't get a draw, but at the same time, I need to see us head up next game. We've got Newcastle next game. If we can get a win in that game, and Liverpool and Arsenal, someone's going to drop points. So this is going to be a scenario next week. We can have 1 point behind Arsenal, they draw, or we're the same level as points as them. Or if Liverpool was to draw or lose, we're like a few points behind them as well. I think 4 points. So for me, it's that tight in the league where I can't be seeing this one game set us back, and then we drop points against Newcastle, drop points against United away, and it looks kind of spooky.
Inshallah.
I need to see us change,
Then again, you guys are behind Aston Villa, so like, and I understand you guys' point, but then again, you guys are fighting for top 4. You're looking at teams like Aston Villa. Look at teams like you're looking at teams like Aston Villa. You're looking at teams like all those teams. That's what I'm trying to say to you. We're up. I agree. We're up. We might be up there, but you guys are looking at you're looking at your teams like Aston Villa and even Tottenham. I don't know who's up there right now. Brighton's up there. Brighton's up there.
One second. Yeah. I'm not talking about
honestly. I'm not saying this is how it is. This is the reality. Yeah. This is the reality.
I think his connection. By the way, I think his connection is not in par with ours. I think
bro, it's annoying because
I think it's delayed. I think it's delayed.
Jump back in. Your connection's kind of dodgy.
Yeah, let you push as well.
You know what kind of dusty talk is that, man? I know you're on talk. Don't lie to me.
As well.
Anyway, jump back in.
I was really interrupted by Musa 3 times. Dirty Wi-Fi.
No,
I wasn't using Liverpool and Arsenal to compare in terms of like we're going to be winning the league. Well, like CB says, we need to be sure we can compete for it or be competent enough to be in top 4. So I don't want to be in a top 4 race. I want to be a solidified top 4 position where Villa is there with me. We're still in a good position above Villa.
Are you?
Nice. It's nice to.
Do you know why you're not winning the league, CB? Yeah. Because if you want to win the league, you got to be winning your home games and pretty much all of them. You ain't done that yet. That's what I'm saying. You've already drawn it. You dropped points. That's why I say, and you've already lost away to a big team. That's why I say you're not winning.
But you know what it is for me?
Sorry, my man, obviously Jay in it. Because you know what it is with Jay. If you don't get what you earned, he's going to talk about for about 5-6 minutes. Trust me.
That's long.
No,
if you want to speak now, do it now. You're not going to see the. You ain't going to speak for another 20. Minimum.
I get what you're saying, Kaz.
And then if you do speak, he does the pen thing, starts waving his pen around, looking around the room and that. It's long.
I actually have 2 pens today. I have 2 pens ready.
Man's coming out like 2
Ready.
chains.
Like,
here we go.
Just-
Can we
right,
listen to what CB has to say, please?
Where's CB? Hold on. I feel like everyone's
This is CB. This is CB. This is Chez.
Nice to meet you, brother.
He said he mentioned something. So let me just give you a quick
Tottenham fan, by the way.
on my thoughts of today.
Oh,
So no, first of all, yeah. Back to reality for some Chelsea fans and stuff like that. I thought the game would be a draw.
There we go.
Going into the game. No,
Nearly
it's
was.
not. I thought it would be a draw. I think for me, watching both these teams, Chelsea really should have left this game with a draw. I don't think Liverpool had to do that much to win this game today. I think Chelsea played well and they were game and everything, but they gave away some poor goals. And if you look at how Chelsea played in this game, yeah, Chelsea have got 14 points. I think Spurs have 13 points.
Just to confirm with you, you're correct.
Thank you. The league is very fluid. And the other week, I was saying Spurs should have more points for the performances.
Wait, United's 3 points behind Chelsea.
That's the point. So for me, Chelsea, this was a big game to say, like, are we good enough to go here and get a result? Not quite, yeah, but they did all right. They did well. But the thing for me is that, like, there's a lot of good teams in this league. And I think Chelsea are much closer to, not much closer, but I think they're closer to the Tottenham and the Villas of this than they are to the Man Cities. Like in watching them today, they played broadly well enough to get something out of the game, and they didn't. So to me, that does tell me a lot about. I'm not going to go into Palmer. I don't think necessarily like it was about Palmer today. I think they did enough in the game. Bad goals, bad defending, penalties, sloppy. But no, they're a good side. They are. I think most people can look at Chelsea now. They played a decent number of away games. They played City and Liverpool. I think we can say Chelsea are a good side now. But I still think
massively improved. Yeah.
No, I think that the they were pretty good. Second half of last season, they were good. Do you know what I mean? This season, they're good in a different way. So it's like I'm just looking at it from the point of view of saying I think Sancho was bad. Neto hasn't kind of hit heights yet, so they still kind of have an issue on the left wing from time to time. Yeah, I think
the biggest issue is the goalkeeper.
It's Sanchez, man. He's arse. That keeper's arse. Can we admit? Because I forgot to say it in the stream before. Yeah, Sanchez in the first half nearly gave Liverpool, I think, maybe 2, if not 3 goals. He nearly messed up Colwill by trying to bounce past him back which he nearly lost, by the way, and they recovered Chelsea. There was another one where he gave the ball straight back.
He just done the long ball, innit? He just kicked the long ball.
The first one, he kicked it right down the middle. Caicedo's right there, and he nearly actually scored from that. And there was another one where it's like, Sanchez, what are you doing? I think it bounced right back into his path or something, like something along the lines. This guy is, I'm not even joking, man. He's horrendous.
But Sanchez wasn't the reason to me why.
Let me just add on that before you take the mic back. I'm just going to say, if they go and sign forget about striker, forget about midfielder, forget about anything else. If they go sign a top keeper, this Chelsea team improves.
Oh my God, definitely.
Solidify top 4.
I was saying this last
in all comps.
Relieving pressure alone is big. Relieving pressure alone from it's just like, let's see when
the thing is, they've gotten the goalkeeper signing wrong so many times, Kaz. That's the issue.
He doesn't even know how to fizzle the ball on the pass. He nearly crucified Caicedo. That was it, down the middle with a stupid pass, giving it away. It's like, bro, what are you thinking shit? Read the game. Like, what are you doing? Sancho and Madueke is out there wide for a reason. They're waiting for the ball to be pinged to them. There's the whole reason why they're hanging out wide. He's an idiot. Sorry,
I know, but in the same breath, your attack did get it. Your one of the best attacks in the league or best attacks in Europe. Jokingly, that Chez always says.
I hate that Liverpool
look like it today.
Dickheads, man.
What do you mean? We created opportunities to draw this game.
You created opportunities, but you didn't capitalize. You're supposed to.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. How many teams go to Anfield getting a result? Can you tell me?
Forest.
Where is that the context of
Not many.
Going into the game, Ches? Did you not think you would get a result?
Did you not use the Nottingham Forest thing to back your opinion why you're going to beat Liverpool?
Kaz, let me let my point. Could you ask me a question? Why I'm saying that?
You don't run away from me. I'm going to remind you.
Let me just answer this question. Yeah? Like, we're not going to allude to the fact Chelsea's attack was like, they did nothing. It's just that the final decision making, I admit, was poor. But even despite that, we scored a very, very flipping good goal. Not many teams here scored against Anfield, especially that kind of goal.
Is this the bar?
And we should have scored to equalize the game 2 times at the end. So even despite our attack being nullified and not that good, we could have scored 2 goals.
Liverpool obviously have better chances. Yeah, they created.
Can you tell me how many chances did Sanchez have to make this today?
Yeah, but Liverpool create. But I'm saying Liverpool created better chances.
Saboza should have scored twice.
And Chelsea didn't create any chances too.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said Liverpool created better chances. I didn't say you created no chances.
What better chances did they create? What better chances
Saboza literally twice.
Well,
that wasn't Chelsea created. It was a mistake we made.
Nah, there was obviously.
What does that mean?
There's still a chance.
No. I know the
But you said created.
Hold on.
Listen,
created chances.
Right, but hold on. No, Ches, what we
Salah with a Travella?
Hold on,
That ball over there? No?
That didn't or something.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why are we
I'm saying
laboring this point?
what me and CB said on the last stream is facts.
No, but what do you mean? But why are we laboring a point when it like I said, Liverpool created better chances?
Oh yeah,
Liverpool created better chances, yes or no?
No, he asked me a question ago. But Jay thinks talking a lot means he's correct.
No, bro, you interrupted my point to do.
You asked me a question, and
bro, did Liverpool create better chances? Yes or no?
You asked me a question, but then you talk. That doesn't make sense.
Did they create better chances? Yes or no? In your opinion?
Me answer the question, and then you can rebuttal.
Sure, but it's a yes or no answer.
I think it was evenly matched in terms of chances.
No, I'm saying they created more chances, or you don't.
In the second half, I think the Vega chance should have been on target. Palmer had that block shot.
Target.
And yeah, I think it was evenly matched in terms of because even Jackson's goal, for example, there was no better chance created.
Right, okay, but Joe, for example,
actually, there is one.
Okay,
you're missing one to back your point, by the way. The Curtis Jones trying to go for a penalty rather than just dinking and shooting.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like that goes down as no chance. The Jones thing goes down as no, but that is a one-on-one. If you want it, like it's unlucky not to be a like so. To me, like Liverpool created better chances, Chelsea controlled the game. No issue with that whatsoever. But already, Ches, if you want to get into the narrative of we played well, we did this, we did that. Okay, cool, you did. No one is disputing the points you're making. Most people are saying you've got 14
You are disputing the fact that he said he believes that they deserve to get something from this game.
I didn't dispute that.
You also said earlier they should have been a draw.
Oh yeah, Joe getting dragged down.
I said going into the game. I don't understand what you guys hold on. Like me thinking that Chelsea should draw doesn't mean that I don't think that Liverpool had better chances. Like the two things can coexist. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I think Liverpool had better chances. Doesn't mean I don't think Chelsea should have got.
I agree with you. Like in the balance of play, what you said was fair overall. I literally said to myself, we controlled the game possession-wise progressively, but the chances they created from the way they set up was actually, you could argue that Kaz is saying the chip.
That's my point.
They played as a counter. But what I would say also is that their goals they actually scored were more of a case of our mishaps rather than them being that good. So Musa was saying, when he's saying to me, Musa, whatever his name was saying, we did what we had to do. That's true. Like they didn't play good. Like they didn't do much in the game. It was a case of we literally gave them a penalty. Before we gave them the penalty, you had Liverpool fans in the ground jeering because they didn't touch the ball. They didn't touch the ball for like 25 minutes. We all watched it.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone started going, rivals. I got people messaging me going, yo, people messaged me who are rivals, by the way. Man, them from ends. Oh, yo, Ches, you're playing kind of good.
That's by design.
That's by design. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We're more ruthless. I agree. We're more clinical, more ruthless.
That's the only difference. You guys,
and you guys, we exploited your mistake. We exploited your mistakes. I agree with that. But we knew that going into this game that you guys aren't great defensively. Let's be honest. So we, of course, we're gonna exploit those kind of mistakes where you have Tosin and Cowell that is honestly that were not great today. Let's be honest. But we exploited that. We knew that going into the game. So we exploited those kind of mistakes. Literally in the game. Of course we were gonna do that. That's how the game works. Even Robert Sanchez, we knew what his mistakes and how he can be a bit dodgy. So of course we're gonna exploit that and press him. And even Gakpo, of course, pressed Robert Sanchez and could have scored from that. Certain things, of course we're gonna do this. You're acting like you can't get away from the fact that saying we got chances because of your mistakes. Of course, that's how it works.
I'm more referring to before the game. 100%, I agree with your assessment, and that's why Jay was speaking. I need to give anything you're saying. I'm just speaking about the fans beforehand who were giving a lot of chest, like they were going to beat us 3-4.
But they were still proven right because they won.
No, they wasn't because they were because
they won.
I'll tell you why. Because they were acting like before the game. There was a massive difference between our teams.
Regardless, they didn't have to play well. They didn't have to play well, and they won.
But they're at home, Egal. Like most teams on this panel, if you're at home playing against a big team,
bro, I'm sorry,
you expected to win.
For the last 3 years as Arsenal, I was seeing my team starting to get better. I had similar performances where we would lose, and we can't take those as moral victories. We can be happy with our team's performance.
I never said moral victory.
But that's how you're almost taking it.
But how long are we gonna?
I wanted to get a draw.
How long are we gonna? But we know Liverpool play like this. Slot's brilliant at taking a sting out of a game. This is what he does. He just slows it down, and he knows how to slow it down. This plays in Liverpool. Literally wait for you to make your own mistakes to pounce on them. Unless they want to play their own little ball, they don't actually have to do much, and that's the annoying part. None of the maddest part is he done this with Feyenoord. If you go watch him with Bifer and all these obviously he had his wingers as well. Was it Calvin Stengs, etc. He played more central midfield sometimes in a 4-3-3 as well, Jimenez and whatnot. He done the exact same thing. And this is why they got far in Europe, because he just waits. And Liverpool are known to be pressing, which are like Feyenoord. I'm just going to wait. So really and truly, it comes down to experience as well. I think the experience won the game today, not anything else. I think it was a little bit naive, and Maresca being maybe tactically naive, thinking that he can play James when he should really played more fresh player in Vega as well. Do you know what I mean? But one thing I can say, when you say solidify a top 14 Ches, I'm not going to cap. I think you already are a top 14, like minimum anyways.
I don't want to say that yet.
You're top 4 team minimum. Your team,
you're challenging for
why,
Jay, guys?
Because you know what it is, it's at the same time as Liverpool being way more experienced than them, they still did give it to them in parts, and they were doing more impressive things. As the games go on and weeks go on, to be fair, this is a new-ish team because a lot of them have played with each other for a year, but with the new manager, they're all buying into it. So it kind of reminds me of Aston Villa and Emery when they started to buy into the picture a little bit more, and then they become a little bit more solid. Defensively, don't get me wrong, you can see now that Fofana's missing. Now, Fofana's going to be looked at as one of them players. It's like, you know what, we missed him. And it's kind of obvious that we missed him. Him and Levi Cole's got a good partnership. I think they can only build on it, and they're already rumored to get another centre-back in January anyways, whether it's Murillo or whatever. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So I think they're just going to get better, and I think they're going to have some blips. But I think Villa also going to have some blips. I think Tottenham going to have more blips, and I think United's going to, if I'm going to talk to United anyways, United is a blip. So,
but this is what top 4 is. The top 4 battle is always the most consistent.
It'll be Villa, Chelsea, and Spurs for that third spot.
Yeah, but let me just say this.
This is the thing. You always say, Egal. When we speak about Chelsea getting top 4, do you know why when I said that? Jay started perking up his eyes like this. He's better listening.
No, bro, we're going to talk about Ches, because you always do this, yeah? No, Ches, you always do this nonsense.
I like Chelsea, man.
First time in a few weeks, we're just 1 point apart. So you can't.
You're not on our level.
Finish the book for the last 2 seasons.
Guys.
1 point apart. So whatever narrative
we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
Can I do one thing? Can I ask one thing?
One second.
One thing quickly, if you don't mind. It's just a quick one. Just a yes or no question. Easy. So quickly, because Tottenham's got Palace away, City, and you also have who do you have another team as well? Tottenham's got 3 hard games. City, and there's another game. Who is it?
We've got next week away.
You got Palace away next.
We've got Palace away.
Aston Villa and City. So United, let's say this. United have got Dusty West Ham next week. We got Dusty West Ham. Then we got Chelsea at home. We got Chelsea at home.
Hold on.
No, United get 3 games. Yeah, United could win them.
We got Palace, Villa, and Ipswich.
But I'm saying United could be above you, but all of a
Bro,
sudden, I still wouldn't.
Stop saying nonsense like
but
that.
But you said 1 point, but we're only 3
Yeah,
points off you.
I'm not talking
Wait,
about
wait,
United. I'm not worried about United.
United
No offense,
only
right?
2 points
But
off
I
you.
don't care
Then
about United.
your narrative is stupid. Then
United aren't a team.
being a point behind Chelsea doesn't
Bro,
suit
Bro,
your
I
narrative.
don't care about
One second,
United.
Can't hear
guys,
Kaz's point.
stop. How about this? Simply put, the next 4 games, right, for all your clubs. Chelsea's next 4 games, if I'm not mistaken. Jay, what happened to your camera?
No, one sec. Hold on.
I think we got Newcastle. We got Newcastle.
Okay, so you got Newcastle, Man United, Arsenal, and Leicester. Fairly tough. Fairly tough for Chelsea there.
No, it's not a joke. That run is not a joke.
Facts.
Yeah, so Newcastle, I don't know what to expect from you guys against Newcastle. I don't know what to expect from you guys
We'll
against
beat
Man United.
Newcastle, no problem.
Arsenal.
CB, I hope so, man.
We will, man. Don't worry, man.
No, I'm worried.
I expect you to beat Leicester. The other
Arsenal
3
could
games.
win. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to
If you
ask
beat
you a girl,
Newcastle-
yeah. No, like let's put agendas to the side.
You said the guy. Man United could be
We're
better.
gonna talk about Arsenal in a
Tribalism
bit.
aside, let's just talk as footballing men, yeah. You coming into the Emirates, how do you feel?
I'm facing Liverpool.
I'm not.
next
No,
week.
it's even at the bridge. So you coming to the bridge, how do you feel?
I'm not worried about you guys right now. I got Liverpool next week.
Right? I know
And then a week after, you got them.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm not. That's after the international break, right?
Now, CB, to be fair, on our side, if we
That's,
beat
one second.
Newcastle
That's
United-
after the international break. To be fair, by then we could have Odegaard back, Saka back, and
Wait,
William Saliba from
Arsenal don't have Chelsea
suspension.
after Liverpool.
So
No, it's
so
not
I'm
right
not
after.
too
one more
concerned.
game.
We got
Team.
United. We got United next. The
One
week
second.
We
after.
got United after Newcastle,
Yeah,
and
you
then
know,
Arsenal.
if we win that, that's
One
another
second.
conversation.
If you're asking me about Arsenal versus Chelsea,
Mad, isn't it?
I got
Yeah.
Inter away I got to worry about. I got Newcastle away I got to worry about. I got Liverpool at home that I got to worry about. I've no disrespect to your club, but I'm genuinely not looking 5 games, 6 games ahead to speak about your team right now.
Yeah, but Gal, you know what Kaz's point was? Number 2, Arsenal in particular. He's just saying that, for example, you see next week how you play Liverpool. If we were to win, we're 1 point behind you. Like, it's
if
too
you were to get a
close.
point today, you would have been level on points with us. Or
That's what
something.
I'm saying. That's what Kaz is saying to Jay, because Jay's like,
It's
oh, we're 1
early in
point
the
behind
season,
Chelsea.
bro.
Yeah,
This
it's
means
too
nothing.
early for that.
It's
Like,
too early.
United-
to
United
say
and
early in
that.
the
Arsenal are only
season for
6
that.
points away from
Guys,
each other.
if we're gonna have a
That's what I'm
serious
saying.
conversation about a team, we can move on from the Liverpool Chelsea game in a second, just by saying the fraud says it was a great battle.
That's
we won
that's
because of
Link,
experience.
Mr. Link, by the way.
What?
Yeah, fact.
Mr. Link, you know Mr. Link. Everyone
In
knows.
the chat. Big up, Mr.
Big
Link.
up to him, bro. He's basically saying they won because of their experience, and he's saying big up. Yeah, big up, man. Really do appreciate the super chat. And it was their experience, but is everybody sold on Liverpool?
I'm
Just
sold
a
on them.
final-
I'm sold on them, bro. They've conceded 3 goals in 8 Premier League games. They've also won 10 out of the last 11 as well. And to be fair, bro, you can't look past that, man. It's solid, man. It's a bit like
I'll be worried
Arsenal
next
playing
week.
games in their
Are
first season.
Ches, you're sold on them also?
I am.
I've been saying to Liverpool fans they need to have expectations to win in the league. So you man need to be careful you don't finish below them.
Ches Tuesday.
All right.
You're running
So
that
Ches
title.
is sold.
Don't you worry.
TB, are you
We
sold
beat,
on
we beat
Liverpool?
Arsenal at the Emirates.
Yeah, and I think Liverpool are the favourites for the title. I said it from the start.
At this moment in time,
Favorites.
right now, they look better than Man City.
You need to be careful Liverpool don't take your crown as bridesmaids.
I'm playing them next week.
Oh,
I'm
man
not
said what
fully
got
sold.
left and they go win it.
I'm not
That's
fully
all
sold.
that.
I'm
I'm not
saying.
fully sold.
You
But
look,
guys,
fix
guys,
up now.
we're not going to talk about Arsenal right now. We're going to talk about Vader's team, Man City. Man City won the game
Just
on the
about.
final minutes. 95th minute winner from John Stones in the clutch. But did you guys see the goal? Did you guys see the goal?
Familiar, innit? Feeling that ago, innit?
Did you guys? No. Did you guys see the goal?
Yeah.
Did you guys not think it was a controversial goal?
No, Bernardo Silva's out the way.
Are you kidding me?
Excuse me?
Yeah,
It's a
I
goal.
think,
Bernardo
I think
Silva
it's a goal.
fully
I think it's a goal, man.
interfering with the goalkeeper.
I don't think. No,
I know you're not talking, Egal.
I am talking.
I know you're not talking.
I am talking because that is, if I'm not mistaken, by the letter of the law, is Bernardo Silva not interfering in an offside position with the goalkeeper?
No, because it's not in his line of vision.
Forget about it being in the line of vision.
That's
Before
you
the
just
ball-
said the rules. That is the rules.
One
You're not in
second. The rule is not only about line of vision. The rule is also about interfering with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but then
physically
if that's the case,
touching
then
the
why did Gabriel get a goal for Edison when he was in the way? Do you remember that one? He was interfering with Edison, but he absolutely smashed it top bins with his own head, no?
No, that's
why
completely
do Arsenal fans love acting like PGM?
That's a completely different situation. There was also, if I'm not mistaken, there was also a City player on the line.
If that's the case,
that player can't
be
be.
ruled
One
out today,
second,
then.
there was also a City player on the line, if I'm not mistaken. So that player cannot
You
be
are
offside.
mistaken.
There's also a City player in line with him.
No, you're mistaken. And this is what's funny, Egal. I swear.
No. I am not mistaken, because if I know for a fact, I can see the image right now. Somebody sent it to me earlier, talking shit about me, trying to say, look at this. That situation where we scored from the header against City away, Gavardio was also on the line, and Martinelli, Gavardio, and Ederson were all in the same situation. So you cannot say he's offside interfering with play, because in your situation, your player was in an offside position interfering with the goalkeeper. Nobody else was around him.
No. Okay, this is I swear, your brain resets after every game. You don't bring the same consistency with your Arsenal games as you do other games. Bernardo Silva.
I'm telling you the law, and I'm telling you exactly what happened.
You know what? I can tell you just from here. It says you cannot be offside on a corner kick, goal kick, or throw-in. Also, it's not an offence for a player to be in an offside position. The player must be involved in active play as determined by the referee to be called offside.
Exactly.
So
also do every week.
1 second. So pushing the goalkeeper before the shot is headed in is not interfering with the play.
I didn't see him push.
Physically putting your pushing yourself onto a player.
So what happened was, I'll tell you what happened in the sequence. The corner gets kicked. As the ball's coming in, he's nudged him, moved out of the way. The headers come in. The goalkeeper's obviously back.
I need to see. Let me check this again, man.
So my thing is,
you guys are wild.
1 second. And by the way, before Vader lies about this, the Arsenal game, I have the image here. Here's the Arsenal image.
No, I want to see the video.
This is the Arsenal image. Is Gavardio not in the same line with Martinelli?
I think so.
Oh, so he can't be in an offside position, can he? Okay.
No one's talking about offsides.
No, that's the whole point.
Bernardo's not offside.
When the player's offside, they can't interfere with the goalkeeper.
The ball has not been kicked yet, Egal.
Oh, so now we're changing.
I think the argument is that you guys are.
Oh no, it's not. This is dumb. I've just seen it. You know, let me give you the scenario quick. Did you watch it, Jay? Did you watch the game quickly? Quick one. This is the Wolves player fault. If a player is on the goalkeeper, which you're allowed, by the way, it's up to the opposition to get them off of the goalkeeper. That's allowed. That's actually allowed. He's not interfering in play. He's just putting the goalkeeper off. You're allowed to do that in football, you know. It didn't interfere. That's why you got out of the way. That's what you do in football. I do it all the time on goalkeepers. Actually,
you gotta know that. That's all of Arsenal's pet peeve.
Jay should know this better than anybody. Look how many corners they conceded and how many times they don't get him off Vicario because he can't punch it away.
We actually don't concede that many corners anymore.
No, I mean last year.
Last season. Like for me, I find it very funny that a lot of people are like talking so much about it. But with Vicario, it's always he has to be stronger. Like I never hear this narrative for any of these other goalkeepers. But breaking it down for me, the goal for me is just legal. And I say just with like, it's so close to being, for me, a disallowed goal. The thing for me, first of all, is if Bernardo was a little bit taller, I think the goal gets disallowed.
It's answered as well.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to show you this. So this is the ball getting crossed.
But I know I'm just okay. You might as well show it. So while this goes in, the ball's been taken now. Yeah,
no, the ball's already crossed.
At this point in time, like no issue whatsoever. You can make the argument like, okay, he's not impeding the goalkeeper at this point in time.
The ball's already in the air.
Where? From doing what? He's not impeding. He's standing his ground at this moment in time for me. So there's no issue here, right? So
he's pushing into him.
Bro, the ball has been played in. It's like if you are in a position, you don't have to vacate your position because somebody else comes along. Yet he's not at the point here yet so far for me that he's blocking the player off. You certainly, with the way that you guys take corners, could not be saying this, because if you're saying this for this, then I will come back to you the next 2, 3, 4 goals Arsenal score, and I will assure you your players will be doing much, much more than what Bernardo's done in that clip, and you will not say anything. So going back to that, Bernardo then gets out of the way just at the right time. I actually think there's an argument for saying that the keeper can't step forward and jump because Bernardo is just vacating his space. He has vacated it, but he's done it. So if the ref turns around and says, you know what, yeah, I interpret that as, you're blocking it. Also, where the header goes, if the header goes anywhere near Bernardo, like if it goes over Bernardo, I think he disallows it. Do you know what I mean? It's the margins for this goal to be allowed are really tight. Like, I don't think it was a gimme at all. I think the goal was very close to being disallowed, but for me, it was just about legal.
This is crazy.
Anything you just said there, like it's definitely. When I watched it, I changed my mind like 3-4 times. Like 1 minute I was like, it's a foul, or like offside. Then I was like, nah, it should be allowed. But it's definitely harsh. But I wouldn't say conspiracy or they pay the refs. Like it's 50-50 that call, innit?
Bro,
like,
the goal was originally disallowed due to the offside.
No, the goal was allowed.
The goal was allowed.
The goal was originally disallowed or allowed?
They allowed it. He allowed it, and then they reviewed it. Yeah.
Regardless,
let me say this.
I just want to know: are we making up rules now? Because I've seen situations where players have the same team, Wolves, got a goal disallowed because their goalkeeper they were obstructing a goalkeeper on a goal scoring opportunity just last year, and now this time this is happening. It's I think
can we stop this, please?
Inconsistent.
Can we honestly stop this? Egal, I want some consistency, please. When look at how Arsenal attack their set pieces, please, and then you're going to look at this situation and want to call foul. Let's be real here. If of all clubs, of all fan bases, you, the master of the dark arts, should be applauding this. Should be, you know what? This is the borderline. This is how you skate through the league to get the results. You of all people. And you're looking at this and calling foul. This, like Ches says, like Jay said, okay, fine margins, but it was not a foul. He held his ground. It's a late winner. That's why everybody's vexed. That's why everybody's upset. So at the end of the day, you guys were praying for City to lose this game. Did we look good? No. Is there a reason for you to have chest, Liverpool fans to have chest with regards to winning this league? Yes. But don't start questioning this goal. Don't talk about controversy.
Well, why can't you question the goal? It's a controversial goal for a reason.
You should not be questioning it. The goal
I've
is
got
the jury out.
I've got
a jury out for one player. Go on. Do you want to go first, Musa?
I wanted to question City, just City in general, like, because how many times are they conceding? They keep conceding first. Like that's a worry for me. Honestly, I just see them against these kind of teams always concede first. Every single
3
time,
games
whether
now.
it's Brentford, whether it's what is it, Fulham,
Ipswich.
and now this, bro, Ipswich. Like, come on, like I see this all the time now, and I don't know whether it's the players not 100% being there. All of you, of course, some players are 100% are gone, of course, but I don't know if it's that or if it's just like you guys defensively, just in general, like whether it might be a Ruben Diaz problem, where it might be I don't know what it is. Honestly, I don't know myself. I don't watch enough City games to know. I'm just saying,
I can tell you about this goal.
You guys concede first,
bro. Vader. All I know is the PGMOL said they're specifically going to clamp down on players that are trying to get into the pathway of the goalkeeper, slowing down the goalkeeper, or blocking the goalkeeper. They specifically said they're going to clamp down on that.
Yeah, so you better be stressing about this, Egal.
No. So to see it happen for a player that's in an offside position to directly impact the goal, and then it also be reviewed, and they still not give it, goes to show me they're not following the rule.
What you saying
they're not
doesn't make
following.
sense,
Because, bro, 1 second, guys, let's not act like idiots. It would have never gone to review if there wasn't clearly.
It wasn't. They were reviewing if he was offside when he headed the ball.
Disallowed it, then he got reviewed.
No, basically, the referee disallowed it because he said the player was impacting the goalkeeper,
and he was
not from that initial. No one cares about that, again. You're the only one that cares about that. Not even Wolves are complaining about that. It's all about.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. They're complaining about
the Wolves manager came out and said, I feel like there's preferential treatment.
Right, but what's that got to do with? He's saying that he thinks that Bernardo obscured the goalkeeper when the header came in. Yeah, that's why he said he's offside. He said he's offside. But if you actually watch the goal, no Wolves player, when that goal goes in, complains. They're just like, oh man, fuck, this is terrible, blah, blah, blah. Nobody complains. Yeah. When they watch the replay, they say, oh, look, he's offside. Yeah, he's offside. Yeah. And then they look for it and they're looking, can we disallow this goal for offside? It wasn't this goal's offside. So to me, it's a 50-50. And City got the margin. And if you want to start an argument of City sometimes get the 50-50s, that's a completely different argument to there's cheating going on and this and that. And I think there's a different narrative there. And it's a different good faith conversation to have. But if you're going to open, and I think as an Arsenal fan whose team employs a lot of, slowing the game down, blocking off goalies, like you guys are the number one in the league for that. Out of everybody in the league, your team is numero uno for the little trying to get those little advantages. So I feel like, honestly, for me, like, it's one of those things. Sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it doesn't. When City beat Tottenham in the cup, and I would make the argument that goal City scored. You know what I mean? You can make the argument. I don't remember anybody rushing to Vicario's defense saying, "Oh my God, this is outrageous." Blah blah blah. It happens, man. I think Wolves. It's unlucky. It's unlucky for Wolves, but
the reason why Egal is so vexed about this is because he dropped points unnecessarily. He dropped points, so this week, this result is really butting him. That's why he's really pressed about it.
You want to see other people drop points if you drop points? Who doesn't?
Yeah, but in this regard, listen, it's not warranted. This interference that you're pushing really hard for, nah, this isn't the right.
I'm not making this up. This is the FA website. I'm not making this up.
But no, what they're doing moving forward, I hear it.
Did he impede them getting the ball? How? Because when that cross comes in, initially, Sar's not getting anywhere near that cross. So has Bernardo actually impeded him from getting the ball? No.
I know it's a tough weekend, Egal. I know it's a tough weekend, but you got to let this one go.
All right, we let it go. We'll see. Anyone sold on City this season?
No.
Nope.
I mean,
absolutely
you say Kaz, you say no, but City only need to be better than everyone else. They don't have to be. They don't have to be the City of 2 years ago. They have to be better than everyone else in the league. Yeah, and to me, that's a different question.
The difference isn't City scoring goals or getting clutch goals or anything. It's City's defense that's just getting worse per season, which is actually a good enough debate to put up. It's not about the quality of player, quality of squad, quality of manager, nothing like that. It's just that defense is absolutely shit. That's where it is.
With City, as long as they're still there by December, and they will be.
Yeah.
Can't write them off.
They need reinforcements in January so bad.
Where do you feel like they need to address? I feel like they need a six.
They need legs. Their midfield needs legs. That's it. Their midfield needs legs.
Yeah.
Badly.
By the way, did you guys think it was a foul on Nunes in the lead up to the goal?
I don't know, man. I wasn't.
I've seen him given. I've seen him given.
You want to see that one?
Yeah, let me see.
I've seen him given.
I got the evidence for everything today.
It's not evidence. I've seen him given. I've seen it. Like, I've seen my team do that tackle and get called. Like, the ref obviously thought it was a good tackle, but I've seen them be given.
You know what I'll tell you about City?
Check it out.
One second, guy. Their mentality.
This was in the lead up to the goal, Ches. 1 second.
Yeah, I remember watching it.
You watched it live?
Yeah, I watched this bit.
So it was basically he came in from behind and took him out.
He got the ball. The ref
he didn't say that. He didn't see. Egal, that's why you're being disingenuous.
But he got the ball.
Describe the situation.
He got the ball. I watched it and I was like, that's not really a foul because the ref played on. I was like, oh.
But then similar situation in the Arsenal game.
How is that the same situation? In what world is that the same situation?
He doesn't get the ball. He doesn't get the ball.
Egal.
And then this guy fucking
situation.
The referee stops the fucking play.
Do you know
that's not the same.
What the hell?
I disagree with Kaz because he said that their defense, but you know what it is their mentality in that game and all it's just elite. Their mentality is what sets them apart from everyone else. Because it sounds cliche, but when you've been there and done it, if you play sport or you do like something consistently, because you know what you're doing, you just get through things, innit? Like if you go gym or you play sport or you're playing instrument, yeah, there's days we don't want to do it, but you just get it done.
Yeah.
And like that's how Man City do it. Like they just know how to win, and that for me, that's why Chelsea needs to get at that mentality. That's what I mean. CB was saying about next week. If you can keep winning games, it breeds a mentality in it. Like when Chelsea in the final in the Bayern Munich game, everyone thought we were down and out. We had that mentality to win, and we go on and win the game. Man City, I was watching that game. I saw Grealish get the ball, Foden probing. You just knew it was going to happen. And when it happened, I was like, yeah, they ain't going nowhere. I hear what Kaz saying, nuancing about like left back, centre back. Maybe they can see more chances. But once you have that mentality and the quality players they have, which in my opinion is still better than most people in the league, they're still favourites.
But how many games are we gonna see like this fair? How many games are we gonna see like this? That's what I'm trying to say to you this season.
No, let me say that.
I've seen it too many. Yeah.
Let me say this. I got to drop unfortunately, but I think we're going to see a lot more games like this. We're going to see a lot more games where teams are going to take their chances versus City. Because again, we do look vulnerable. I think the connection between our midfield and defense isn't there yet. Pep's trying to find the right 11. So we look mad vulnerable. And I think if teams play with courage and bravery, not all teams do, but those that do will have some joy against us. And then you saw that, Jay? And then also with regard to what we saw in terms of a defense, Wolves, their keeper, I got to give it to him, man of the match. I don't know if we're going to get many games where the keeper's going to be playing out of their minds like that and stopping us. But if you get a game like that, we can be got. Now, Gavardiol shows his quality again, guys. Let's recognize.
What a goal!
Amazing goal. Playing out of position because he's a center back, playing left back, playing fullback. Amazing.
Barely out of position. It's not like he's unknown to that role.
He might be a left back, formerly a centre back.
Yo, Ches, you don't want to talk about Arsenal, guys?
Nah, Guardiola's got better.
What do you mean you don't want to talk about Arsenal?
I got family too. I got family too.
All right, don't worry. You got CB
What I've been
here.
waiting for. That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, handle that, guys. Handle that.
Okay, you guys got this. All right. No,
Egal, I want to know your recap. I want to know how you feel personally for the game.
Wait, we're not talking about Man City. We're not going to talk about Doku, Beetlejuice.
Why?
I mean, come on.
I'm going to be honest.
Okay, I don't.
At the moment, you know it is, yeah. He came I like Doku. I just think he's at the wrong team.
How can you say you like him after calling him?
No, it doesn't matter. I like him. Like,
Did you see the Twitter agenda?
You know,
plays well when the fullback is over 30.
I'm just saying, innit? Yeah, this guy, like even Pep was stressed with him today. He hooked him. He had enough. But you see that reaction. This guy, bro, this guy can do any majinky he likes. The guy is just average, bro.
Never heard that.
He's just average, bro. Like the thing
is, you're in your bag this week.
Anyone that tries to compare him to Grealish, just stop. Just Grealish is light years better than him, man. Light years. He does a lot more for the team and provides a lot more for that system, man. Like on live, Doku, he looks good on the eye, but really and truly, the end product and all of that stuff is.
Forget about Doku. Where's Foden where have Foden and Haaland been the last couple games?
I don't know, man. There's clearly something going up with Foden, man. It's not. I've had a few stories, but I don't know, man.
Nothing wrong with I mean,
go on, assist though.
Hey, he's back.
I mean, Doku also got an assist, little 2-yarder, but Vardio made that whole goal. Let's be real. Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about Arsenal. CB's been itching. You guys been all itching. You know what? I'm just gonna. Do you guys want to hear from me first, or do you want me to just sit back and hear from you guys? Because obviously,
there isn't really much for you to say.
For us again.
What's there for it to say? They only played for.
You know what? Minutes. Initially, I was upset about the red card. It is a red card, but I'm still upset about the inconsistencies with the refereeing. For example, today they basically deemed similar situation where they said it wasn't a red card for the Tottenham situation, and for us yesterday it was given as a red card. I still believe that Ben White could have recovered. I still believe that, if I'm not mistaken, both goalkeepers were in the same line of sight compared to yesterday and today, but yet one was not given and the other one's given. So very inconsistent on these decisions, and I do think it was quite harsh on SALIBA for it to be overturned in that fashion. Usually if the referee gives a decision, they stick to it unless there's concrete evidence that they need to overturn it. Maybe
was clear as hell that was a red card though.
Maybe I'm not sure how this VAR rules work, but what I thought was only clear and obvious errors were overturned. Originally, they deemed it a yellow card. I thought that was correct. But if they want to give it as a red, fair enough. It's a 50-50. You can give it as a red or a yellow. Either way, I'm not going to complain too much about the overall red card. I'm just complaining about the process. Now, the game itself, we still should have been able to go on to win that game. We even with 10 men, we nullified them defensively for majority of that game. Martinelli had an opportunity to take a 1-goal lead. He didn't bury it. Leandro Trossard's at fault for us being down to 10 men, in my opinion. And Mikel Arteta was not brave enough with his lineup, and he should have probably played Ethan to start the game. The midfield was too defensive. We already have enough defenders on the pitch. And with Bukayo Saka, Odegaard already out of the team, you need a little bit more creativity. Trust the kid Ethan, man. Every time he's come on the pitch, he's looked really good. And yeah, man, it's just we rotated, we had injuries, and it's not an excuse, but overall, it was not good enough. And I don't expect these kind of performances. But hey, when you have a lot of players out, plus you got a red card and you're down to 10 men, to lose in the fashion that we did, it is what it is. I'll take it. These things.
You must play. You must role play when you play Football Manager, innit, man? You prepared the speech or something after a game.
No, seriously,
bro. Understand, Kaz.
Right now.
1 second, Kaz. I was on your stream yesterday. I was on my stream. I was on the Football Terrace. I went on Husam's thing. I did the TikToks. I've done Instagrams. I've spoken about this game over 7 times.
Bro, good speech. Good PR speech, man. Good PR speech. I needed more. I'm disappointed in you, Egal.
What do you want? You want me to rant? Rave?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, please.
There's no Odegaard.
I just find it hilarious.
And also, this is our first defeat away from home in 2024. We've played how many games away from home in 2024 in the league?
I actually don't know. Wait, Villa. I don't even know, man.
Villa away last year was the year before that.
Wait, I don't know. What was your question? How many? I thought you said how many games you played away. I don't know how many games you played away.
In 2024, we've not lost any games away from home.
Regardless, yeah.
And now you
regardless, though, Egal, man.
Okay.
We went to Bournemouth. We grinded out a result. We've shown that.
You had 11 men.
Our keeper saved his penalty. I look at this.
Had 11 men.
We won against Bournemouth. It was, it's Bournemouth. This ain't sustainable. All of this, is an easy ground to go into when it's the first game back from international break. Same situation as you guys. You didn't get the job done. So now I ask you, who do you put this down to? Because your manager had 4 centre-backs on and 3 DMs in front of them. Do you feel like he should have been a bit more expansive, trusted Ethan, played him instead of 3 DMs? Are you going to hold the manager accountable for this?
1 second. Did you not hear anything I just said? I literally just said that verbatim.
Yeah, so you hold the manager accountable for this result? Yeah?
Yes. The manager is at fault for not playing Ethan and not being a little bit more forward thinking. He was very defensive, even with the substitutions. When we went down to 10 men, he took off Sterling and brought in KVR. What did that do besides solidifying us a little bit? When he brought in Martinelli, that's where we finally started getting some opportunities. Overall, it was too negative.
Martinelli is the one that missed the big chance as well. Yeah,
Martinelli missed the big chance.
That guy is honestly.
He needs to bury that. Martinelli has been poor.
He is honestly, he is in a predicament right now. He's in a honestly. I think Trossard's not playing well. Martinelli's not playing well. Who do you turn to? It's like who in this? Who am I looking at to score me goals here? That's what I'm
This is why we were looking at Nico Williams. This is why we're looking at more wingers.
Insane. That is honestly, it's right now. If you guys really I'm looking at your players thinking, who's the guy? Who's going to be the guy for you guys? I'm like, that's been your. I think last season as well. A little bit last season. That was your problem. There was certain problems there.
But this is why I don't like to hear. This is why I don't like to hear Bukayo Saka criticism, because when he's not playing, you see the drop off, and people ignore it almost because he's always been playing so well and he's always been so available. But hey, everyone's going to go through adversity. I don't think this is a game where you guys should come to grand conclusions about Arsenal or anybody. The only person I think you can make grand conclusions on in this game is the manager's decision-making to try to help us win this game. He knows these players more than all of us. He should be able to find solutions. He didn't find a solution in this game. It's a learning curve. We need to we need to move on from it. I can't expect similar performances, because when is the next time we're going to be down to 10 men for 30 minutes? We've been down to 10 men 3 times this season already. It's fucking crazy. But
you don't get red cards. Same way we shouldn't have gave a penalty today to get red cards. Well, you can't be using the red
that
cards
simple sometimes, bro. We're being refereed
to follow the
differently.
rules.
We're being
I understand. I understand.
Okay.
Egal. But
They're
if you scored from,
they're
if they
making
scored the
up.
first
They're
goal
making
from
up
open
second
play, I'd
yellows.
understand.
When have you seen? One second. Besides Manchester United and Della, have you ever seen anybody else be given a second yellow for kicking the ball away? Anyone?
Van Persie.
Once again, an Arsenal player.
Why do you feel like this Arsenal gets the world narrative needs to stop, man? Same way with us. Look, I can send you multiple evidence. For example, Curtis Jones, the ball hit his hand before the penalty we gave them. That should not have been a penalty. We should have had a penalty with Sancho today. I did not once mention that today. I came here and I said I held everyone accountable. I said we need to get results. We need to improve. You guys, you take your L's and it's the ref this. Don't get sent off, last man. Why are you doing last ditch tackles?
One second.
You're gonna get
the reason why. Let me take you back to 2005, away at Manchester United. Sorry, not 2005, 2002 or something like that.
20 years ago.
2002
years ago.
2002. The referee in that game, away, I forget the year exactly, but Old Trafford, the referee in that game allowed about like 30 carded fouls. And then 20 years later, he spoke about it on a podcast and said, yeah, I just didn't like Arsenal at that time. And I thought it would be funny to allow some of the to allow these guys to be a little bit more rough in that game.
So now 22 years later, now there's a conspiracy against.
One second. I'm just giving you one example of where there's been blatant referees where they've been negatively favoring the opponent towards Arsenal. And it's no joke. Wallah, it's genuinely serious. Throughout our history, as a football club, we've had numerous incidents where there's been referees that have been biased against us. It is a thing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and cry about it every fucking day, but I am consistent, CB. Even after losses, wins, where massive victories, I still speak about referees. Because that's who I am. I speak about the inconsistencies
and this
referees.
Is
and CB, just so you know, I don't speak about it only from an Arsenal perspective. I speak about it from a club-wide perspective. You will see me making TikToks about Manchester United decisions going wrong. You'll see me making TikToks about Brighton decisions going wrong. You'll see me making videos about Tottenham decisions going against them. I don't care who it is. I have a thing against these Premier League referees making inconsistent decisions. And when it comes to Arsenal, I see it under a microscope more because it's my club. Bro, we've had in a title race, the PTMOL apologized to us twice.
Can I ask you a question directly? Because obviously I'm listening to what you're saying. I've been listening to everybody tonight. It's probably the least that I've spoken in a while, but I've been trying to take on in the points. And what I'm hearing from you is, like, you've already admitted that you think it should be a red card, right? You've already said that, right?
That's
so after this, it's just, I don't know, maybe you're just trying to get out your system or this or that. At the end of the day,
that's what it is.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if you different decisions, all the referees aren't the same. There's subjective calls that are still 50-50. There's moments that I can argue with my boys now that they'll be adamant that it's a penalty, and I'll be adamant that it's not. Yeah, not every decision is completely black and white, like verbatim. You guys, like I said before, Arsenal play right on the limit. Yeah, you take the longest to take set pieces. Right? Why is a team like Arsenal taking so long to take set pieces? You're one of the top 2 teams in the league going into the season. How come you take longer than everybody else? Even crappy teams at the bottom of the league who struggle to win games, who need to waste time. I admit you could maybe say some of it's down to the fact you played with 10 men, but even still then, you're still cheating. Because if you're still taking the amount of time, you might say, hey, Jay, we've got 10 men. We need to take time. But that's still against the spirit of the game, Egal. So to me, when you're trying to make these points, it's very disingenuous coming from your team, because your team, I think, play on the line. I'm not going to say you're cheats or anything, but knowing that your team do this, and when you see your team get into these moments, you're going to fall foul more often than not because you're playing on the limit a lot more than other teams. You're kicking the ball away. You're delaying restarts. You're pulling men down to run goal. Bro, you guys are playing on the limit, and you're not getting the benefit of the doubt. But referees are sensitized to your team now. You can make the argument refs are looking for it with Arsenal, rightly or wrongly. The refs are looking for you guys to be doing nonsense. And
so you're basically saying the refs are looking for
your team is giving them opportunities to book the players. It's not like your players.
Egal, can I make the point?
So you're saying they're refereeing us differently to other teams. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that Arsenal play and do things, and referees are looking out for some of those things this season, and you're getting caught. You're doing them more than other teams. That's my point. Like,
no, I think we do it to a similar level to other teams. It's just they're not looking for it. We're being refereed differently because they have been complaints from other teams in the league about Arsenal, and the referees and the PGMOL are looking for it more because of those complaints. That is not a lie.
Those two goals,
by the Athletic, stating that there has been complaints from your club Tottenham also about Arsenal's style of football.
But do you think the Bournemouth game? So let's take your Bournemouth game in isolation. Yeah, are you unhappy with any of the refereeing in that game? Really?
Besides the situation where Ethan had the ball and they called it back because they thought
you were 2-0 down at that point, right?
I can't think of too many decisions.
Right. So
did you guys?
The only major complaint
I'm not really blaming the referees for that.
When you were 2-0. Okay,
1 second.
Cool.
I'm not blaming the referees for a 2-0 loss to Bournemouth, bro.
No, Egal. You conceded 2 goals. You conceded 2 goals to Bournemouth. Yes, one was from a set piece. The other was from Kiwior's bad pass. And how does that have to do with you guys having 10 men? That has nothing to do with you guys having 10 men.
Honestly,
you have 2. That has nothing. Honestly, that has nothing completely. You guys can make this argument of referees that 10 men. This has you guys conceding the 2 goals that you did today had nothing to do with you guys having 10 men. It was just bad mistakes from you guys. Set piece, you let the runner go, and Ryan Christie scored the goal. Kiwior made that back pass, and then it was that. Then Ryan tackled. I forgot who the Bournemouth player was, but he got tackled in the box, and then Clever scored the pen. That's how you guys were today. The other day you guys weren't good. That's all it was. You guys made the mistakes that cost you guys the goals. That's all it is.
And if we're being honest,
you're right. We did. At the end of the day, the goals that we consider are on us. We made mistakes, and we have to learn from. We have to move on. I'm not going to sit here.
I don't want to hear. So I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear 10 men. I don't want to hear anything, because guess what? You made the mistakes. That's what happened, and then that cost you the game. Honestly, if it was a game where it was like they completely exploited your 10 men, I would have understood. They didn't. They really didn't.
Now you guys go to Anfield. Yeah.
No, we're at home. We're at home.
Okay.
You're home. Yeah, Emirates.
You face Liverpool without SALIBA, who now just full of confidence and momentum after this win, when they don't even feel like they were good enough. They're gonna come there. Don't be surprised if they take a point from you guys. Now it's a different conversation. Now it's gonna start being we might not be title contenders. We might be part of this top 4 race as well. And the football you guys are playing really isn't sustainable. I've said it for a long time. I feel like your manager's gone too far into jihadism. He's become a terrorist. He's getting out of hand, in terms of this Talibanism that he's doing there. And I'm looking at it and I'm really asking myself, with this Chelsea game coming up, Liverpool coming up, who's to say you guys aren't in the top 4 race by the end of that run?
I don't agree. Simply because Bukayo Saka is going to be back. We're gonna have SALIBA back for the Newcastle game. You guys are making it seem like all of a sudden everything is out the window because of one defeat. This is our first time losing a game competitively since the game we lost to friggin' Aston Villa. Chill.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
Football wasn't sustainable. This is what I'm saying. Because
we haven't. It's been over 6 months since we've lost. One second. What's unsustainable?
You've gonna go down to Southampton, and it was down to start 2-0.
Okay, so what's unsustainable about beating Tottenham 1-0, going away to Man City getting a draw, going away to Aston Villa winning, 10 men Brighton at home getting a draw, losing to Brentford, Bournemouth, with 10 men.
But
When you actually
Not
look,
saying 10 men, but you're the ones getting the red cards.
One
You're not
second,
starting the game with 10 men out the blue.
bro. When you're not running the agenda of unsustainable this, unsustainable that, and you actually deep what you're saying. You're saying it's unsustainable to continue to get results that are this poor and run of games. It's unsustainable to get 3 red cards out of 8 games. 100%. If you continue to get 3 red cards every 8 games, you're not
play devil's
advocate.
You're using 10 men as if it's our fault. We got 10 men.
Am I missing something?
Even aside from that point, just to be clear on something, Egal, because I really just want to be like,
because this unsustainable talk is ridiculous.
Because when he says unsustainable, I remember talking to you earlier in the season, and we can look at these games because let's be fair. Against Villa, you won, but the margins went for you. Yeah, 0-0. Watkins has 2 big chances. Yeah, but it went for you that day. Against Spurs, set piece. Yeah, didn't create anything else, but set piece, you won the game.
I'm talking about the difficulty of those games.
But if he says that it's not sustainable, my argument could be on the flip side of that is that against City, set piece, you're missing Saka, great set piece taker. I just look at it from the point of view of like, trying to be really tight in games and win from a set piece, or you can make the argument that's not sustainable because all it takes is an injury or a red card or a bad ref decision and you're not winning those games. So somebody can make the argument the way you're approaching certain games might not be sustainable to win them if it's down to those thin margins, but they are hard games as well.
One second. Before this game versus, just so you guys know, before this game versus Bournemouth, we had the most chances created in the league, if I'm not mistaken. On top of that, we also have the most chances missed. So I think the bigger issue is not the way we're playing, it's the amount of chances we're missing that we do create. That is what I think the issue is.
I don't think you create. I don't think you create loads of chances at all. You're not like you don't.
Did you not watch the Leicester game?
I did watch the Leicester game. You needed injury time and a set piece, mind you, to go 3-2 in front.
Did the goalkeeper not have the record amount of saves?
Going into 90 minutes, were you 2-2 with Leicester at home? And
did the goalkeeper not have?
I appreciate you shouldn't have been 2-2 with Leicester, but you were 2-2 with Leicester going into the 90th minute.
Yeah, because the goalkeeper had with City.
So we can look at these in both ways. You obviously should have sent Leicester to the moon with the amount of chances, but you still were 90th minute drawing with them. So I think people questioning your recent form since Odegaard got injured. There's something there. They can ask the question.
I'm pretty sure when you make a goalkeeper, when you make a goalkeeper make 13 saves and has a prevented XG or whatever of 2.74, that's fucking mental.
Yeah, you played well in the Leicester game. No one doubted you played well offensively in the Leicester game, but you didn't play well offensively against Bournemouth. Obviously, you didn't play with 11 men for the whole game. You didn't play well offensively against Spurs. Okay, you're missing Odegaard and Rice. It feels like to me, if you're going to make an excuse every time you don't play well offensively, that you have a certain player missing, regardless of how important they are, then maybe your system and your offensive style of play isn't quite as good as you think it is.
Or maybe people keep ignoring the fact that Arsenal have been starting off the season with a lot of adversity and we've been weathering the storm. And now
I'm not trying to say that you and now the only team that has adversity. The City not have their best DM out for the season.
1 second. Yes, City have
everyone has adversity now.
1 second. Yes, City have Rodri out. Liverpool relatively are fit, right? If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, Chelsea. If I'm not mistaken, Chelsea.
No McAllister today. Jota goes off injured after 30 minutes.
Right?
Okay, no Fofana, no Fofana.
Why are we making it seem like?
Gusto played left back.
Bro, we had better. We had freaking.
Honestly,
you guys, you guys are really trying to make this something out of nothing. Yo, Kaz, what are you saying though? I want to hear from Kaz. What the guy has?
This conversation is boring me, bro.
Okay, so what are you saying? What's your takeaway? What's the topic of discussion from this game that you find interesting?
Arsenal's depth sucks.
Nothing.
If you look at it this way, I think Arteta has the quality. He just didn't trust him, Ethan.
No, it's not about Ethan. It's not about Ethan. Why is a title-winning team relying on a 17-year-old? Like, I'm just saying it like this year. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. Yeah.
Man City at times were relying on Rico Lewis over the last 2 years.
Bro, he barely
not
played.
relying. They weren't relying.
He played in miniature, like minimal games.
Let's not do that.
It's only this season where he's getting more minutes.
When they fell out with that other left back, what's his name? That they fell out with?
Well, Cancelo.
Rico Lewis started coming into the team. No,
he did. Ake started playing there.
No,
Ake played there.
Yeah, it was Ake.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, like for me, it's this year. As much as I like your defensive options, I think you do have good defensive. But you can't just rely on the defense to bail you out and think you're going to get clean sheets against everyone. So I'm looking at it like this way. Yeah, your midfield options, I don't actually like them too much. You got bar Declan Rice, Partey's failing, Jorginho's mad old. I don't even know if he exists anymore. Marino's an unknown obstacle, right? So we don't even know if he's going to be any good yet.
He's not good on the ball. He's not good on the ball.
Odegaard is obviously dope, and I really like him as a player. I wish I had a player like that in my team. But when he goes injured, or like he is now, there's no actual replacement there. Your right side, whether it's Sterling, there's questions of if he's going to be anything decent. Saka's your only real threat. Havertz is actually a good player. Jesus is washed. Trossard's off the bench type player. Martinelli sucks. Let's be real. He's okay. He's good. Like I look at that and I say, and I actually ask myself, has Arsenal really recruited well? As Arsenal, does this team, this front line, is this a title winning like this is a title winner for me? Nah, it really isn't. Because if he was attacking like he was last year or the year before, and I was looking at that kind of electric Arsenal, would have a bit of a different approach in mind. But I think it's a little bit more reserved than what we're used to seeing, and he's gone for that approach this year. He's put all his eggs in defensive units rather than attacking units. So yeah, man, I'm just not feeling it, man. And you know what? You'll be up there, but I just don't think you win it with this squad. For me, your front line's not.
I can't wait, Kaz, to have a run of 3 games where a player doesn't get a red card, or we have at least Odegaard, Saka, and Saliba back. Because come that game against Chelsea at the Emirates, if I'm not mistaken, on November 10th.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. Even if it's at the bridge or right now, as it stands, I'd fancy Chelsea beating you.
What about Newcastle?
No, they're washed.
What about Liverpool next week?
Yeah, they're going to beat you. Probably max draw, but they'll beat you.
I think they draw.
Do you know what? Do you know why I say Liverpool is probably a draw more in it? Because Liverpool just give you the ball, allow you to do what you want. They got really good players in the edge, just like yourself at centre back anyway. So you might as well nullify that part, and they'll just hit you on a break. That's what Liverpool do, bro.
And the thing is that,
and you got no SALIBA.
They are defensively. You guys ain't like.
Liverpool good, bro.
Forward, but
you guys haven't got SALIBA. We got.
We don't. And also, if Odegaard, by the way, quick one. No, it's not.
No,
even
if
Odegaard comes back, he's not fit for 90 minutes. Even if Saka comes back, he'll be one of the players that would be fit for most of the game because he's only been out for 1. But there's question marks even around that, anyways. For now,
it's good, Jez.
So it's a little for me. It's a little bit. I just don't believe in this Arsenal as much as I believed in it last year. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like there's going to be more bumps in the road for you lot. And you know what? It might be the case for everyone else. And maybe this is a little bit reactionary, but it's not that. It's for me, your performances the last few is I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it at the moment.
They had it last season. They had that last season as well, though. I think they had those moments where they weren't scoring, but they had set pieces to bail them out, or they had other things to bail them out, stuff like that. They weren't like Havertz. Let's say I think Havertz was on a run of not scoring as well. Certain players, honestly, their players, Martinelli as well last season wasn't great as well. So I was thinking, like, if they can still have that and still be in and amongst it last season, they could probably do the same thing again this season. So I'm not gonna go and say after the back of this result and say Arsenal are not gonna be.
It's not
title race. We're still well and truly in the title race, and I think next week we're gonna shock a lot of people and we're gonna bounce back.
If you bounce back, then obviously you shut the critics up, like myself.
Yeah, we bounce back and we beat Liverpool next week. Everyone shuts their mouth.
Can I say, I want you to beat Liverpool. Do understand this. I don't want Liverpool anywhere in the title race. You need to beat them. You must. You have to. For my sake, please. I hate Mons. Do you understand? I can't stand him. You know how cheeky he is. Stevie can't even catch a string where Mons is catching a straight yet. It's unfortunate.
But Egal, there's no like trying to make yourself out to be like I don't know, like you're expected to beat Liverpool next week. As in, like, I have you as the favorites for that game. Liverpool aren't the favorites because
we're at home.
You're at home. You're at home.
Understandable.
You have the better title odds going into this season. You are more fancied. You know, like, I expect you guys to do the business next week. And if you don't do the business, then I'll start to be looking at you guys thinking, okay, you know, it's very early. There's still 30 games to go. Is it 30? Is it 30? Yeah.
What's that?
30 games to go.
Yes, it's nine games. Next 9 games.
People, the narratives that people run after each game has people thinking that we're halfway through the season or something like that. We're so early in the season. That's why I was so amazed to hear some Chelsea fans talking so much about how great a team they are, but then saying all the other teams. I'm like, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think Arsenal will bounce back. I didn't see enough from Liverpool today to make me think that they're going to Arsenal and beating you. I'll be honest on that. I still have Arsenal as the favourites, but no Saliba could be very interesting.
You want to know something, bro? We're going to have to talk about this another time. Kaz, do you have anything to say on United before we move on? And finish off the show?
Better performance. That's all I can really say. It was actually a better performance. Brentford.
Anybody made you proud, or you're just like, it is what it is?
The lick, bro. He was a monster.
Yeah. What happened? Why was he bleeding?
I had a medical team. If I could punch them up, I would, man. If I had the opportunity, anyways. No, he had a massive. It was gushing with blood, didn't it? Like, it was just.
What caused that? Head to head.
Someone fly kicked him in his head. That's what happened.
Who?
I don't know who it was. I can't remember.
Oh man.
It was better for United. Like, it was solid. Actually, I don't.
You didn't feel like at any point Brentford were going to win that game.
Brentford, I don't know. Brentford looked shit. I forgot Mbeumo was on the pitch. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, Martinez locked up Mbeumo. I was like, all right, cool. Other than that, like, even Bruno done some nice little things. United should have won by more, but that's United in a nutshell, really. Just, it was a better performance. That's all I can say about that. We've got West Ham away next, and West Ham are worse than United. So it's like, all right, we'll see in it. But I don't really have much hope for the team. I just want to win in it. I'm just taking it game by game in it. When the manager decides that it's time to go, they're worse. They're open. They're so open, man. It's unreal. United put out Johnny Evans and that and still won, and Ericsson and Casemiro, and they still didn't want to do the job. So it's like, all right, cool, man. We'll see anyways, man. It's shit.
We will see. And then to end it off, Jay, your team won 4-1. Wow.
They smashed it, bro.
What a performance.
Yeah, we're chilling, man. We're pretty good at home now. Like, I'm pretty confident playing almost anybody. Like, even you guys, I was confident going into the game. Obviously, we didn't get the job done. But yeah, I think the team's getting there. You know, it's you know, like we're close enough to the rest of the teams. Decent start in the Europa League. We're still in all the cups. I think Palace away is a big one because we've got Palace, then City, then Ipswich. So I know we'll smash Ipswich into next year. Palace, we need to win because we've not won an away game, like a tricky away game, for a while. Well, United, apart from United, obviously. And then, yeah, City at home. And looking at this City, I think we can cause them problems. I'm not sure how they're going to look to play us, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think, yeah, it's one of those things. Like,
Madison, man, it's time to drop Madison. You found your balance in your midfield three. I think it's Kulusevski, Papasar, and Basuma the better three for me, man.
Just that game.
They play better football without Madison, man.
No, mate, that game, it was fine. Like, normally, different strokes for different folks. Like, as in, for that game, Sarr was what we needed. But that doesn't make Sarr the default starter. Madison's still the default starter. And, you know, there's...
He's horrendous now. At the moment, he's horrendous.
Talk to me about Kulusevski. Talk to me about Kulusevski.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
He's their best player, man. I know.
He's playing really well. The position move was ambitious from the club actually, because obviously moving him at central, it kind of, to me, it makes the Werner signing make more and more sense when I look at it. Not specifically Werner, but the fact that Kulusevski moving from right wing, Johnson, Odegaard, Werner, Son. We've got Yang, we've got Mikey Moore. So it kind of makes sense more now. So when I'm looking at the team, Kulusevski playing centrally, he's obviously got good movement. He's got good passing. He's technically strong. He can dribble. Like he's just a really good all rounder. And yeah, I think he's definitely not snatched Maddison's chain, but he's the first choice attacking midfielder in the team now. So it's going to.
He's the guy you compare to Odegaard now, if you want to.
It's, you know what it is. It's one of those things where it's like I think it's a lot easier if you're Kulusevski when you see the players in the league who are doing good things and you know the levels. You know, you can see the Palmers, you can see the Odegaards, you know, Bruno's, all that. The players that are putting up big numbers, you see what they're doing. He knows what he needs to be doing to be considered a top midfielder. So, yeah, just more.
Your players are too inconsistent, man. These performances come and go like the wind. It's weird.
Yeah, I think we've been. You know what? This is the thing about Spurs. I think if you watch Spurs this season, Spurs have been good. Like broadly, we've been good. We've had some moments where we've not defended.
Points says that, yeah.
We've like against Leicester, Newcastle, Brighton. So if you look at like Leicester, Newcastle, Brighton, we have 1 point. Like based off those games, we shouldn't have 1 point. Do you know what I mean? Like, but we do have 1 point. So we could quite easily have 6 more points off those games. So yeah, you get what you deserve, and I don't think the team is quite gotten that, but I think it evens out over the course of the season. So I'm sure we're gonna steal a win from somebody later on in the season that we don't deserve and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough. We'll leave it there. Kaz, do you still think Man United is better than Spurs?
At the moment, no.
All right, fair. You see, he's an honest man. Let's keep it moving, guys. We're out of here. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Kaz, never a foul. You're doing a show tomorrow in the morning?
Unfortunately.
Guys, we got 200 of you guys in the video right now. Do me a favor, please do smash that like button before you leave. And of course, guys, also go check out Never a Foul. Musa, you going to be doing anything soon?
I'm on TikTok. Yeah, you can find me on TikTok. You can find me I'm on YouTube as well. But honestly, you can find me on TikTok. Go find me on Moose Talks Football. You can find Moose Talks Footy on TikTok. You can find me there.
Enough said. We're out of here, people. Catch you guys this wonderful Sunday night. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.